Hello there everybody, and welcome back to Xenoblade Chronicles Future Connected. And this is part 106 of Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Last time we made it all the way to Grandel, where we met the residents there that were left behind. But as we were discussing the matter with Ratsum and everybody else about the Fog King, that rift is now growing larger. So we gotta head to Sotnosir Island to check it out. Alright, then let's do it.
What is happening over there?
Miss Melly, look! Ahead!
The fog.
Huh? Fog beasts?
Here they come!
No time for deliberations. Let's go, Shulk.
Got it!
Once again, I must ask, do you like jazz? Oh dear God. Okay. Yeah. Not a very good time to have a game over at this. Oh, dude. Oh God. Okay. Yeah. So those are fog beasts. They come with this really sick battle theme done by Ace Plus, and this is essentially what happens if you get a game over. Yeah. You start off in the area that you last went to. Yes, true. But you actually have the tension to get... You actually have the opportunity to start tension. So, let's do it. Alright. So, I actually ended up doing a double blaze there thanks to summon copy, so that's good. And I really hope this is actually the case here. So, let's do it. Oh God, please. Please, man, please. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time with these. Normally I don't have a hard time with these, but yeah, fog beasts are definitely a lot tougher than your regular enemies, believe you me. If this battle is any indication. So like I said, this can be harder without visions. Okay. Now to employ the old strategy of Monado armor, just... Yeah. And besides, we got that brand new bright and shiny Pawn Spectre thing going on, so let's see if we can get a chain attack, or not really a chain attack, but a Union Strike going. Just to show what it's like. Well, we almost got it, but I don't think we can actually have enough to do it. And also, I really like that fact. Yeah. Nay.
And not come back!
Shulk. The fog beasts were meant to be confined within Alchemoth.
I don't think that's where those ones came from.
What do you mean?
The rift made normal monsters transform into fog beasts.
Oh no, Grandel!
Ah,
What is matter?
the Armus could turn into fog beasts.
Meh, no one to picture that. Must hurry to rescue.
Your instinct was right, Melia.
Yes, although the rift's influence is spreading far too quickly. Radson, are you fine?
Miss Melia, these armors, it was so sudden.
You can explain later. Let us do the fighting here. You should seek refuge.
Right you are.
Stop those Armus.
Yeah,
Bad Armu. Go to bed without din-dins. Show off crunching skills.
Another fight with the fog beast. Right away with the nog beast. Because that's what the nog does. That's what eggnog does. Time to show off the fact that Kino is a rancher. Let's do this. All right, so let's do this. We got a Union strike going. Let's do Yellow Chaos.
Conspectors, go for it! We Conspectors till we die! Now that's what Viper calls Conspector power!
And that is what a Union strike is like. This is the own set of days, so you can't unfortunately extend the days.
Thank you for that.
Was everyone all right?
Yeah, no major injuries to speak of. All thanks to you, of course.
Kino accepts a year's supply of sweet wasabi as reward. Real hereupon never as compensation. Or it say that?
Shulk, was it the rift's expanding influence that's responsible for our Armu's transformation?
looks like it. We saw it happen before, too. Regular monsters turned into fog beasts, just like that.
That suggests more fog beasts will appear if the rift continues to spread its vileness. Consider, with the size it was before, the rift's effect was limited to the area within the capital. But now it's getting wider.
One moment. In that case, if the rift keeps growing larger,
All monsters everywhere could be changed by the fog.
we must find a way to fight back.
We'll need those research notes for that. Let's head for the lab.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna take a quick rain check on that a little bit. Not that we're just stopping the story when it's really getting going for, you know, side quest stuff, but I want to actually do some shopping real quick before then. Because I feel like now it's the time to actually, actually start, caring about all of our equipment and stuff. So I believe this is actually better for the two of them, so we're gonna do that. I'm planning on using just using Shulk and Melia for this. And you know what? For Nene, we can it's Sheik Plate. I mean, partial equipment is better than nothing, I guess. So that's gonna have to be something. We're gonna have to forget our agility up, but it's probably gonna be worth it. Since I'm gonna be basically using Shulk, Nene, and Melia, I almost said Fiora. Shulk, Nene, and Melia for this fight. This is what they have. I just decided to slap on damage deal on Shulk because I don't really have any other gems that I could possibly go to. And yeah, the Sheik Plate on Nene looks pretty good. Damage heal could actually be pretty good considering that she's gonna get the aggro. Alright then. Alright, so I feel like we're ready for what lies ahead, I suppose. So, without any further ado, let's go to it.
Villain! What do you want?
You stand in the way of a new age dawning.
Sis, I'm scared. It's all right. I'll protect you. And I'll work, I swear.
Behold, the widening rift in the sky. It's proof definite the world abhors you.
Spare me your ravings.
Oh, Lady Melia, the hope of our race.
Gelgar, what is this treachery?
As you can see, I am sweeping away some pebbles. Their research is blasphemy against the commingled blood.
Don't you comprehend the import of what you're interrupting? The very future of our race hinges on their work.
You think this is the future? This reactionary struggle to revive what is long buried? The future of the High-Entia is us. We are what the race ought to become. We are the true face of the High-Entia.
If not for our ancestors, we would never even have drawn breath.
Ancestors? I recognize them not. You, Lady Melia, are our progenitor. You were our beginning, and you will be our future.
Senseless drivel. If you would interfere with this research for the sake of spouting your nonsense, you do not deserve my mercy!
Melia!
Why won't you understand? Why won't you accept that we are the ones destined to lead?
You will not so easily refute our history!
So be it! I reject you! I will take the mantle and become father of our kin! I will take dominion over all, and the world will be set to rights. Let's focus our efforts. Understanding?
You don't deserve tragic decision! You don't deserve it! Gelgar! You freaking heathen! Again, you do not deserve to have this wonderful theme played for you! Yeah, no, you're just a crazy person. You're not like Egil, you're not like Zanza, you're not like Banna, you freaking heathen, you virgin, you nut. Believe it or not, this is actually like the first time that I've heard Tragic Decision in Definitive Edition. What was cool? It belonged to the absolute wrongest character, like, he's just a crazy person who just so happens to really love mixed blood High-Entia. Like, why is this person even here? I'll tell you why. He deserves the very first red comet.
Prospectors, do it now!
We measure! Find treasure! Conspectors till we die!
Yeah, he deserves to be killed by Nappan. Yeah, look at that damage, dude. Look at that damage, yeah. Anyway, Excel Wind, that causes haste, and he's obviously being guarded by two Andos, which you need to defeat. Forward Slash is his crazed aura. Oh boy. It's a 3-hit thingy, and I totally missed that burst affinity, but it doesn't really matter anyway. He's done. The frickin' virgin is done.
This is... I can't...
Yeah, that's right, you deserve it.
I know I am not wrong. I'm not.
I will spare you. Just be gone from my sight.
No! The lab! Melia! Miss Melia!
No! Idiot!
The crown is mine now.
Talon!
Vixis, help!
Better safe than sorry. The pure blood meets its end today.
Are you okay, Talon?
Telethia, here! Damn!
Miss Melia! She's okay. She's all right.
I'm sorry. I couldn't save the future.
Melia!
Miss Melia! Xeno, you did it! Applause.
Where?
We're in Radsom's house. The lab went up in flames, so we carried you here.
The lab. I'm sorry, Talon. I failed you.
Miss Melia.
You damn fool! What possessed you to do that? What happened to safeguarding the future of the High-Entia? And bringing our brethren back home, were those just words to you? You should think long and hard about what the death of a leader would mean for us!
Come on, big sis. That's enough.
Don't defend her. This idiot child.
I had to.
What?
To protect it at all cost. The research.
How can you be so fixated on that?
Our salvation lies therein. I believe it now.
Melia!
And yet, ultimately it was for naught. I caused trouble for everyone. And I couldn't even save the documents.
Poor Miss Melly.
That's not true. If you and your friends hadn't come when you did, there might not have been anything left of the research to continue with. And also, here.
What's this?
It's the book you carried out of the fire. Ring any bells?
This tome. We found it in the tomb.
Yeah. The book that started my research. If we have this, me and Tyrea can carry on with our work. Sis, are you with me?
Yes, right. We can study the problem until we make some headway.
Miss Melia, thank you.
Likewise.
Talon. Tyrea.
You've only just woken up. Come on, we'll let you rest.
Yes. Thank you.
What that for? Xeno used tranquil snooze for sweet dreams. That seemed extremely
This might just be what we need to defeat the Fog King.
Yeah.
Feeling better?
Yes, much better now.
What a relief.
Miss Melly, good as new. Xeno saved day again. Less braggy, please.
Friends, I'm sorry I worried you. And I abused your hospitality. Please forgive me.
No. You saved this place and we owe you. Big time. This was the least I could do.
I will not stop now. I swear to do what I can for the good of Grandel.
I appreciate it. Just don't go running yourself ragged for us.
I promise. We seem to be missing Tyrea.
Oh, if you're looking for her, she figured the fog beasts might strike again, so she went out on patrol.
The likes of us aren't exactly trained for battle, so really, any help is welcome.
You're right. I feel sorry for any beasts that wander into Tyrea's path. By the way, did I hear you mention something about defeating the Fog King?
All thanks to our friend's research.
Is that so?
Quite.
A sterling achievement, Teelan.
Just an accident.
Still, even so, your devotion to your mother may well have saved our future. All right. What do we have to do? How do we defeat the Fog King?
We found ether attacks effective against fog beasts, but not against the Fog King. That's because the ether's concentration was too low.
Concentration?
Concentration? Pipe down when adults talking, dum-dum. But Xeno's so bored.
The whole thing got me wondering, why did fog beasts appear when the rift got wider? I think the intensity of the rift's rays exceeded the density of the Telethia's ether field.
None of that makes any sense to me. How is the density connected to the Fog King?
If we could put up an ether field denser than the Telethia's, the Fog King will become vulnerable.
How does one put up an ether field? Secondly, where does one obtain such highly concentrated ether?
For the field, I think this guy will do the job, with a little tinkering.
In that case, it's just a matter of gathering up enough high-purity ether crystals, except...
Except what?
Those kinds of ether crystals are extremely rare. I'm not sure where I'd even start looking. There might be none at all around here.
Oh, cheer up, all of you. It is not a foregone conclusion. And in any scenario, if we cannot defeat the Fog King without them, we will have to keep looking until we find them.
True enough.
Good. Then let us start by asking around.
Hey!
The search for high ether. Ask Grandel militia members about high ether crystals. Whoa! My god, man. My god. Those last few moments, dude, are like, oh boy. Fog Beast entering, Gelgar not being a great character, and everything else happening. Just, oh man.
What's up?
You can honestly really tell that Tyrea has changed her tone a lot. A high ether crystal, eh? Well, that's the first I've heard of it. But now that I think about it, I might actually have a rough idea about where to find one. I hope it's what you're looking for. Blast, you know what? I can't recall. It was a long time ago, so my memory is a little hazy. Sorry, but your best bet might be asking a fellow squadsman of mine. He's on the ramparts, bound to know more. Right then, so we gotta get to it then. But yeah, I'm not joking about that story about, finding out... No, wait, what am I talking about? About, you know, hearing Tragic Decision for the first time in Definitive Edition. Yeah, Tragic Decision Definitive, yeah. That's what I'm thinking. I want to get Pororo's favorite items first off, actually. So yeah. Anyway, about that whole thing. So basically, the first I've heard of Tragic Decision Definitive was that very fight, because I actually did jump in to Definitive Edition before I even tackled the base game in the first place. I mean, I sort of did a mixture of both games on my first playthrough. I sort of did like a mixture, like going through Future Connected as well as that, because of course I'm gonna go through a new Xenoblade game. But the moment I hear like Tragic Decision, I'm like, oh shit, buddy, this is Tragic Decision Definitive Edition. Why does it belong to the absolute worst character that you could possibly do? Okay, so, like, Galgar is just not that great. Like, you'd think that pure-blooded Hyantia would be like, you know, the bad one, would be like the bad ones, and he's just like a freak. I'm telling you, man, he's just like a freak who thinks, like, half-blooded Hyantia should be the norm, and I'm like, yeah, they really should be the norm for because, like, Hyantia sort of have like a prejudice, sort of like a long history of prejudices. Like, not gonna lie, they do have that sort of thing. But like, we've learned to move past that, given the fact that Melia is indeed half Homs. I really hope I can make this jump. If not, then, you know, so be it, you know?
This isn't going well.
Never mind. I can make that jump, no problem. But yeah, like, we've learned to move past, like, this world has learned to move past the fact that, you know, Hyantia with big wings and little wings, you know, they don't matter so long as they're people. That's like a big, important lesson. You know, Xenoblade ended racism. I'm not gonna get that one. Like, Xenoblade ended racism. And you're not gonna freaking, and you're telling me that we have a character that's just absolutely crazy about half Homs? Hyantia being the only ones worthy. Like, they could have written him, like, so much better, dude. They could have written him a lot better, given the fact that we have all these really great villains like Egil, Zanza, Metalface, you know, whatever. But he just belongs in the same realm as Yumea. Not that great of a character.
Let's keep it brief.
Let's keep it brief. A high ether crystal. Hyantia crystal. Ah, I think I know what you're getting at here. I'm not entirely sure about the location, but I do know there's supposed to be a very rare ether deposit near here. An old lady named Sarja told me about it. You might be better off talking to her about more details. I got interested myself and even tried searching around Nethris Necropolis, but couldn't find a thing. From what Sadra told me, there's a good chance it's inside of a cave. So that's why I thought it would be a place to start. Alas, if it really was in a cave and it's not there, then I'm stumped. Still, doesn't mean much. There'll be other places to check. I can't say for certain, of course, but I do think that we're talking about the same thing here. I expect you'll find Sarja at Hero's Rest, down at the south end of Grandel. She's kind of an old bird, always worrying about her welfare and our welfare and all that. Anyhow, better get back to my shift. Hope I was able to help a little. Yes, you were indeed. And in like just 10 seconds, you are a much better character than Galgar is. Oh man, yeah, like, I get that some people do criticize Future Connected a lot. Like, before jumping into Future Connected and recording it, I haven't read any opinions at all, so I didn't really understand the idea of anyone not liking a Xenoblade game. Like, for Xenoblade X, I can kind of understand. I can definitely kind of understand that little viewpoint. It's different, yeah. And the villains aren't really as memorable, and Tatsu and Lin's dynamic just hurts me. But, you know, as a Xenoblade game, I still like it. It's still got the exploration, it's still got the music, it's got the graphics and humor. Yeah, I still like it. Shut up. But, like, for Future Connected, I found opinions to be interesting. And really, I can honestly say for sure that really the only thing I find outright bad about Future Connected is Galgar. I'll continue on this opinion a little bit later, but for now, Sarja gets Mike Wazowski'd. Yes? Ah, the guards at the ramparts told you, didn't he? He and my late friend were on good terms. Naturally, I had to regale the man with tales of my friend's escapades. I believe the one that may be of particular interest to you is the time this friend, a high-antium man, discovered a crystal. He was a real go-getter, that man. Always traipsing around, exploring the day he set foot on the shoulder. He would tell me all sorts of stories from his adventures to entertain little old me. I remember it like yesterday. The sky was a brilliant blue, birds were singing. I'd come to pay my respects at the graveyard like any other day. And then came along the biggest smile on his face, and he took out an object wrapped in cloth. He said he found a strange crystal alongside an ether deposit. And what a light it gave off! The cloth it was wrapped in wasn't enough to stop it shining through. It was a sight to behold! The core was translucent, yet it gave up a pale glow, warm yet somehow ice-cold, like it was bathed in turquoise sunlight. I've never seen anything more beautiful, and I don't believe I ever will. Sadly, it dwindled into nothing in a matter of minutes. If there had been anything left of it, I would have kept it as a memento, I'm sure. I remember him telling me how incredibly large the deposit was, drooping down from the ceiling above. From his description, I imagine it might have looked something like a stalactite, which is why I'm convinced that it must be in some sort of cavern. And despite the deposit's size, the crystal he retrieved it from fit comfortably in the palm. It must have formed over a long period of time. Ideally, he would have told you exactly where it was located. But I'm afraid that's not possible because he's sleeping quite peacefully now and really cannot be disturbed. I'm sorry I wasn't able to show you the exact location, my dears. Still, I hope my little anecdote was of some use to you. I pray that you too will be able to find what you seek. Thank you, Saja. This will be a great help to us. We better report back to Radsum. So yeah, there's our guy. But yeah, the opinions about Future Connected are like really interesting because like again, the really only bad part in my opinion about Future Connected is Galgar. Like the fact that it's short, it's gonna be shorter, like I get it. I really do get it. And I get the fact that Kino and Nene might not be able to do some things for everyone. I totally get that. Because when it really comes down to it, like, they're there to spew dialogue, yes. But it really just only seems like they're there to comment on stuff that's happening in the moment. So, I totally get that. I totally understand. And the fact that the battle system might be not what it was might also be a point of contingency for some people. I'm not using that word properly, but you know what I mean. Like, might be like a point of criticism for some people. But honestly, I really don't mind the neutered battle system. I love Kino and Nene as characters. And yeah, again, the really only bad part about Future Connected is Galgar. So I really find the opinions about Future Connected interesting. So, yeah, I do agree with some things, but I don't agree with some other things, you know?
That reminds me.
That reminds me! High ether crystals are incredibly rare, so I have no idea where to find them. If we had one, we might stand a chance.
Oh, hey there.
I don't imagine we'll be able to rebuild the lab for a while, so in the meantime, I hope Radsum won't mind us working at his. That actually does remind me, actually. Is Tyrea actually on patrol? Like, is she actually interactable? Because, like, Teelan said that Tyrea was out on patrol. So that could very well... Well, I actually don't really see her on the map. So it's like, what was I thinking? I don't know. Like, I was thinking that maybe we could interact with her while she was out doing her rounds on daily patrol, but... I guess not. I guess not. Last thing that we're going to be doing for this is, you know, taking this ether gem deposit. Aggro up and strength down 2. Okay. That's fine. And yeah. So that was our very last thing that we haven't done. And we basically have more access to more quiet moments now. So that's good. But I can basically tell you after this next cutscene, we're going to be doing some side quests for a while. Because we haven't helped out citizens of Grandel yet. So we might as well do that. Next time on Xenoblade Chronicles Future Connected, we see Radsum about the ether crystals. And then we go help out some people. See you guys on the next time. Thank you for watching and goodbye.